for reals. And remember, Jesus loves you. So I have these paint pens. I've had like a stomach bug or something. So I'm just in my sweats. Gonna paint. Just deflate, take it easy. This one. I'm bringing in definition. I'm not going to be very good with words today because I'm not feeling well, but when I'm not feeling good, it's like, this is so real. Like, I have to create just to get me centered. And it's like when I stop and I don't feel good, so it's either I sleep or I'm creating. And if I can't create, I'm too sick to create, then I watch YouTube and watch other people create so that when I can create, I know what to do. So right now, I'm just bringing in contrast. We've got two different paintings here. We got this one I'm working on, and this one. I'm using paint pens. These are acrylic paint pens. Got them on Amazon. I don't have the energy to mix all the paint and stuff, and so these paint pens are really nice. They do have their limitations. They're really good for like blocking stuff in, giving definition, but the painterly look just doesn't have. So this is getting kind of confusing here, so I'm going to clean this up. The sunflower, it looks like these parts of the petals are too long, so I need to bring them in. So that's what is going to be good with this. Let's see. So we can go ahead and kind of, if you use your hand like a compass, right? So like this, okay. Let's see. Yeah. So I'm going to put it at a point here in the middle. And go. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, so I'm going to just darken all this up and just see what happens. It's only paint, I can't always take it off. But now I can see, okay, I think I like those the way they are. Heaven forbid, did I wreck it? No, I didn't. It's just going to be different than what it was. And it's okay. Zinnias kind of have like this heart on their leaves, which I think is so sweet. But see, you can't see the definition of that. Gotta make sure you can actually see what I'm drawing here. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in some light. But I do want to leave this painterly stuff still in here, like all the different colors. I don't want to like cover that up. So what I've got is this glove. And then I just mix it that way. And that's been working for me. But the colors that these paint pens have aren't as rich as real paints, so that's another problem. Well, not problem, but limitation. But it's great because I can then quickly see what I need done, put these down, and then go in with the real paint and know exactly where to do it, and what to do. So I like that. And these paint pens are more of a artificial kind of color, but that's where I'm leaning anyway. This is a lot of phthalo, kind of gemmy kind of color. As you can see, like I already started here, like with paint pen here, you know, just kind of get the distinction of this flower here. You can see it has like this texture. I painted over a drawing. It was an abstract cityscape that I had in my son's room. and he's all grown up. He left the house, and is on a mission for our church. And so I thought, so that week that he was gone, I was like, okay, I need to heal, right? Because I'm gonna miss him. So I painted over this and painted something really happy, a sunflower, and but you can see some of it's coming through, which I love, and I love this texture. And so I put sun there, and let's see, what else do we got in here? Oh, put caterpillar. So I'm gonna actually change this to be milkweed for monarchs because it has similar leaves. And so milkweed has like these big pods. So that's what I'm gonna do there. And then I'm gonna put a monarch probably, I don't wanna stick it right here because it'll look like the bird's gonna eat it. So I'll probably stick it by the milkweed actually. That's what I'll do. This big one has been so fun. It's just this composition here has been tricky because the center here, I had like these flowers here, so I added this, and I didn't want it to be like dead center, so I'm having it tilt this way. But then these flowers, there's like this hard line, so I gotta come in with this light sky color and get rid of these just to let it breathe, and then this will be accentuated. And then this flower was dead center, and so I put these, instead of having these recessed behind and let this flower forward, put them on top, and I liked it. But then I realized, okay, the head of this zinnia is pretty big, and my leaves were tiny, and so I just finished making those leaves pretty big to make it all kind of match. Let's see. Oh, and I also put in a little caterpillar. So our community garden is a monarch way station. And so it has lots of bumblebees and lots of monarch caterpillars. And there's the ladybugs. I'm going to make those more brilliant. It did not have roses, but I had these already painted in. I started this panel a while back, and I just didn't know what to do with it. But as I've been doing the plein air this year, I just was like, you know what? I think I know what I'm doing. And so I got it out. I started adding to it, and now I know what to do. I love this bright blue. Isn't that fun? So it really makes all the colors stand out. Let's see if you can see that. Yeah. So while it's wet, I'm gonna get it less dramatic. I like my new bracelet. It's, forget what stone this is, but it's real. And I've been looking for some real stone bracelets. And on Amazon, you just never know if they're like cheap stones that are colored, and then they say it's that type of stone. And I got this one. And so this lady from Romania was selling them at an art show that I was doing this week. And it was awesome to talk with her. So, all right. Well, I've worked on this one way too much. And yeah, I know this flower's ugly. It's going to get real paint on it. But at least I was able to sketch out, like, what I needed to do, you know. All right. Now, one thing I don't like is, for composition, this is right here. It's like goes like this, the composition, and then this is kind of muddly and you don't know what's going on. So I'll probably cover this up and simplify this. But I'm not gonna have this white, I don't think. And also, like, look at this straight line. Like, I don't think that's pleasing. So I might even bring this flower down and have it be here, just to, again, give some breath, some air. So let me get my glove on. I don't think you can see quite over there. Okay, let's see.
No. Still working on. Okay, there we go. That's nice. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I'm just trying to get some shadow going on. I should put this glove on. It's just so sweaty. So, let's see. I'm gonna move this whole thing here, I think. So, in order to do that, I kind of need to see what it's gonna look like without anything there. Here's a gray. Let's see, I think I'll use this color. And I'm just gonna go in. Let's see, this flower. So maybe I need a blue. This is looking more purple, which it is purple. See, this is gray. Let's see. Ah, there we go. That's nice. Okay. Here we go. Feels good just to get rid of things that aren't working. We can do that in life too. Oh, you know what? This isn't working. I should probably change this up and then just do it. There. See how that's bringing some air. Kind of want to bring this one down too. Let's go for it. You know, people say, oh, I loved it the way it was. There's nothing wrong with that. But the thing is if it doesn't feel right to you, it's your creation. Make it feel right to you. Because that's how you're going to end up feeling about the piece. I took some pieces into a gallery, and there was this painting that was just, well, it started wonderful, and I really enjoyed it. And then I overworked it, which I do. And that's a whole nother learning process. But anyhow, I wasn't pleased with it. And, you know, it was a nice painting. It looked fine. And I took it in. It was the last thing that I showed. And I had lots of watercolors and things that she took. And this one was an acrylic. And there were two ladies. And one of the ladies was like, you know what? That one's my least favorite. I mean, it's great, but it's my least favorite, and I don't know why. And I said, you know what? It's my least favorite too. It's been such a pain to paint. And I realized that how you feel when you create translates over into the feeling of the artwork. Who knew? So if it's making you feel icky, change it up, because the viewer is going to be able to feel that. So I learned something. So I was like, you know what? Let's not put this up because I don't love it. It exudes some negative, I guess, energy. I don't know. And so I took it and I'm going to make it into something that I love. But like with this one and this, you know, like these have both been, well, I painted over this one and dramatically changed it. And then this big one, I just added different flowers to it. it just takes time to see what happens to the creations. Now, what I'm nervous about doing is I do like this puff of flour, whatever it is, but I do need some milkweed in here. So I'm just trying to think, what I want to do. Because like the pods are like, kind of like, they're like really big, gnarly looking things, like this, and then they have all these like spikes on them like this. Let's see. That's gonna be what I want. I think it might work. And then some leaves up here. Let's put a little leaf like this. Okay. This isn't so bad. Okay. So these are going to be leaves. And then I think we're going to need one more pod. And then big leaf here. And then this is a leaf, big leaf, 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 and leaf. Okay. Now let's get those pods drawn in, and then I'll be able to do the negative space. Negative space is like where the sky is. I'm already liking this, like having that air right there. Yeah, that's nice. My favorite part, I think, of the whole thing is this. Isn't that fun? I also like the texture of this panel. Okay, so I have a dark green and a light green. I should stop being silly and just put this on. Or I should just get a new one. There we go. Okay, I'm ready to go. Okay, what was this? This was a leaf. Let's see, this was a leaf. Oh, that feels invigorating just to be like, yeah, I'm doing this. But see, now this flower is kind of at the pinnacle. I didn't think of that. Maybe I should bring the top of it like this way. Yeah. Okay, so here's the stem. So I'm gonna try and bring it this way. So I guess I'm gonna have to figure out something there. So let's have it come this way, because otherwise, see, it looks like it's this zinnia is going to be part of this plant. So maybe these flowers will just be part of this zinnia here. But the milkweed is going to be something totally different here. Observing from nature has been so helpful, like just being out in the community garden and visiting it, so helpful. And so that's kind of how I know what these look like. Otherwise, I wouldn't have known one little bit. these weird things are. Because they do. They look so weird. And you're like, what is that thing? Let's see. I think it's going to go out like that. Yeah. There we go. And then we'll bring the zinnia down through here. That's fine. Okay. Sweet. So I'm just using these paint pens more to like sketch what I'm gonna do with the paint. Kind of put like an underpainting, I guess, of like what these are. There we go. I think it needs to go up a little bit like this. Yeah, there we go. Let's see, they're kind of like a weird shape though. Okay, and then they have leaves like, oh, see, look at, that's the same thing. So I need to imagine this, reimagine this differently. Oh, no. So our minds and our hands have like muscle memory. So we tend to make the same strokes over and over. So it can get repetitious. So that's why it is also so important to observe nature. See, like this line and this line, very similar. So we're gonna try and make that a little different right here. Okay, let's do. Okay. Very good. Okay. Let's see what that looks like for composition. I had some at a different art festival. They had all these little kids with these nets for catching monarchs and stuff. So when the leader came over and saw this piece, because I thought it was done, I signed it and everything, before I messed up, you know, this part up here. She loved it. She said, you know what, this would be perfect if it had, because I think I had the caterpillar, if it had a monarch butterfly. And I said, you know what, I painted this at the monarch way station. She's like, oh, you should put in some milkweed. And I thought, well, that's why it doesn't feel done. So that's what I'm doing. I'm putting in the milkweed. I put in the caterpillar. I don't think the caterpillar, I can't remember it. It doesn't matter. And then I'll put in the butterfly, and then I'm gonna change this up. It just doesn't flow. It's too complicated. I need to simplify this. It's too heavy. And then it'll be done. And I'll take these over to the gallery. Can't wait to take these to the gallery. It's been so fun to bring stuff there. I do like this red behind here because, you know, it's the complement of green. So it's playing really nice. Let's go ahead and I like this lighter color with this, but I don't want it to be like, oh, the sun's a circle, this is a white circle, this is a white circle, and then my eye just goes ding, 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 ding. So I think I'm gonna keep it a color. So let's try that. Let's maybe we'll go with pink. Zinnias are cool in the way that they change colors like mid petal. Like you have a layer that's pink and then it like transitions to like peach and then orange or something. You know, it does like an ombre effect. And I love those ones. Those ones are my favorite. So maybe that's what we'll do for this guy. Let's see, this is kind of like a neon pink, which I love. I love any color of pink. But again, we're just putting the building blocks down, and then when I come in with real paint, I'll leave some of this vibrancy there. So I just want to make these petals more distinguished and less, what's the word, anticipated. Oh, that's the wrong word. Well, anyway, there we go. Oh, that's nice. Okay, I'll get the center. So the paint pen doesn't come with anything really dark, and so that's unfortunate. So I gotta use the real paint, which is good though, because otherwise I think I'd just, out of laziness, just use paint pens the whole time. All right. Yeah, I like that. Let's go with some orange here. Okay. Do some multi-layers here with the orange. Well, how are you? What's going on? I hope whatever your emotional state, joyful or sad or mourning or anxious, you can create. I find a lot of my work is really great when I am joyful. It's like I don't just create when I'm sad or anxious. It's like when I'm just bubbling over with excitement, I can make something super fast, and it turns out, because I'm not second guessing myself, it's just like, and then it turns into like one of my favorite pieces. So we got to remember also to kind of like, don't just go to God when we have a problem, but turn to him in the good times too. So there's no such thing as a blue flower, but look how this blue is counteracting all this orange. Oh, it's so yummy. I love it. All right. So maybe we'll keep it, maybe we won't, I don't know. But I think I want to get some petal action here. I shoulda, woulda, coulda. I should get a zinnia in here to look at. But